Здравствуйте. My name is Uwe Kaufmann, and I would like to take a couple of minutes of your time to introduce you to my understanding of data and artificial intelligence. This is Venice. Can you imagine Venice, San Marco, the most important place in Venice during summertime, and there is no tourist apart from my wife? Impossible, right? Yeah, nowadays, impossible doesn't exist anymore. AI has helped me to clear San Marco and make this a picture where my wife is in the foreground and no other tourists are next to her. It took me a couple of seconds on my mobile phone. This can be done by your mobile phone as well. But the data analytics behind that is quite impressive. And it's still done on a mobile phone in seconds or in split seconds, actually. So about myself, I'm a Germany-born Singaporean. On the one hand, I'm management consultant. On the other hand, I'm an educator. And I like both because I learned a lot during my job working with private and public organizations. And then I can give back to my students at the university. I spend 50% of my time in jobs at the Singapore government. Some examples I'm going to share come from this kind of work. What I know about data analytics, about lean innovation, and artificial intelligence was planted by General Electric many years ago. And everything I do today is shaped by that. It's important for me to not just jump into data with my students or with my clients, but to make sure we have an understanding of why we do it. Because I have seen it too often when people ask me, I have this data set, what can I do with the data? Then my question is, yeah, what is it for? And sometimes the answer is not so impressive. Here you have an example for how we should work. A government agency in Singapore asked consultants for help in segmenting property taxpayers 2 years ago. Why do they want to do this? Oh, they want to improve the service delivery because they believe that not all property taxpayers should be treated the same way. So if we know that we have different taxpayers, we can deliver in different ways. And that's a really good thing. And of course, then data analytics makes a lot of sense. It helps taxpayers. Here's the result. This is not really, I cannot show you results from our clients, but this is how it could look like. Clustering is done. The clustering revealed 5 different groups of taxpayers, and the numbers you see on the screen here are taxpayers. And what makes them different? Yeah, this is something described in the details coming out of the software. By the way, this clustering is done by R, a free software, so you don't need to pay for that. AI is based on analytics like that. After the analytics is done, AI runs smoothly. It's just a natural next step. AI comes in different dress codes. There's basic AI, RPA, and I think you might be familiar with RPA. When you put rules in your Outlook, to channel incoming mail in certain folders or forward them to certain people. These rules are RPA because they take the mundane work of sorting away from you. You don't need to you don't need to care about this anymore. It's carried out by software. RPA is software. One of my clients asked whether we can help them organizing hundreds of emails and job applications coming in because it's just too much if this needs to be done manually. Of course, RPA can do that. RPA can read the job application, put the important information into Excel worksheets. It becomes an expert system if you tell RPA that please check whether all job applications are complete. What is missing, send an email to the applicant and ask for the additional information, or sort some out because they do not meet the set requirements. All this can be done by expert systems, which is one version of AI, without you touching it. Maybe you are familiar already with your Alexa, with Amazon Alexa, or other AI tools at home. This can be done in government environments as well. Your citizens can ask questions that could be recognized by speech recognition and could be answered by AI. It doesn't need humans. You can even go a step further. You can ask AI to analyze emotions of citizens. If you get, like one of my clients, you get 55,000 emails per year with comments, complaints, or compliments, then it's hard to read all of them. You need to figure out which ones are important. This is probably the ones with the emotions a little bit negative, and with the sentiments a little bit negative. And the compliments, you don't really need to worry about so much. So how do you filter? AI can do that. We write text recognition software that is pretty easy to do. My students do this. Or you can have machine learning, deep learning, which means we can use, for example, cameras recognize park visitors and remind them of our non-smoking policy in Singapore. That is done easily. In summary, I want to say that I believe that AI should empower people, not replace them, because we still need the people to supervise AI, to program AI, and to make it better over time. So AI needs to be used responsibly and effectively. And I would like to build a confidence in my clients and in my students to do so. Some more words about different AI versions. There's generative AI, Gen AI. I think you use this every day when you deploy your Copilot or Gemini or DeepSeek, and there are many others. They wait for a prompt and then they do something. Create a text, answer some questions, create an image like the one I was showing at the beginning, or even create code for other AI to work. There's agentic AI. Agentic AI is called agentic AI because it's agents. Agents are software modules. And this agentic AI is proactive. Gen AI is reactive. It waits for your input. Agentic AI is proactive. It can start cycles of actions. Like something is perceived. It could be a command or it could be an information from um, an image recognized by a camera, or it could be sound. And all this could trigger an action. Before an action is triggered, we need to decide whether the action is needed or not. That's done by AI. Then it can be executed. And after this execution is done successfully, the learning starts. It means the cycle just run, gets added to the database of experience of this AI. AI is based on experience. And we call it machine learning when the machine learns, when we add a successful cycle, for example. Yeah, one of my students had the problem, recognized the problem that in Singapore we have no smoking signs everywhere. And you cannot smoke in restaurants, no way. You can not even smoke on the street. You cannot smoke in parks. But you cannot have police everywhere. So how do you enforce it? Manpower? No. That's not really done in Singapore that way. My student decided he wants to develop a smoking classifier for detecting smokers in Singapore parks. What we do have everywhere is hundreds of cameras. And these cameras, they recognize what's going on in our parks. That's for our safety. I don't have a problem with that. But you can use these pictures from the cameras to recognize smokers. So, and then Gen AI can be deployed to check if the picture taken is really a smoker. If yes, then it can send a voice message or can send another warning tone. And if this was successful, this new smoker image gets added to the database of smoker images. So machine learning in action. It makes the system better over time. It's actually very fast. And self-learning. Most of the time, no one touches it. But still, there is people checking whether the recognition always works. Because you cannot really go around and apologize to people because your AI makes a lot of mistakes. There's one solution, and I want to say it again. Done by a student, not done in Silicon Valley, done by a student. So I'm really excited about my work with students and my clients to build confidence in AI based on proper data analytics. That's my job, and I love to do that. Thank you very much.